everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing, and if you're returning, welcome back. So I've got Wildflower Fork in front of me today by Christine Karron, one of my favourite books that's come out recently. I absolutely adore it. And you might have seen I'd started this page already. I did a little tutorial on the distress ink background, and then I did just pop up the picture of this with the hair done up on my Instagram stories. But yeah, it was only 3 colours on this hair. I forgot what colours I used. I think it was dark sepia, sky blue, I want to say, and then a cold grey, I think it was. Just 3 colours, that's it. But today I thought we'd do the skin. Now I'm using slightly different colours to what I would normally use on skin today, so this might turn out, or I might not post this video. So we shall see. But I'm going to bring you right down. I think we're just going to do the face today. I'll do the hand in my own time because it will just be the same colours, and I probably won't have time to get that hand on because I am very slow at colouring. So let's just get the book turned round. You will see this horrible glare here, that's just from my light. It doesn't look like that really. I always try and get a better angle on it so it doesn't do it, but maybe if we go there, So normally my go-to colours in the Polychromos set for skin are beige red, cinnamon and burnt sienna, and then I normally add a little bit of blush colourings in. But this time I'm also going to bring in 2 other colours. I'm going to bring in Pompeian red, don't know if you can see, Pompeian red 191 and red violet 194, and then I have got my ivory as well. Now normally I've not used ivory in skin for ages because I normally just go in with the beige red, but I'm going to add a bit of ivory in, I think, to this one. So I'm going to start off with the ivory, and I'm just going to do a really light layer. So ivory 103, really light layer over everything, and it's just going to fill up a bit of the tooth of the paper. It's also going to put that little base down of something that we want. Now you can either use white to go into highlighted areas, so if you want to leave these bits out, the bit on the nose out, maybe around under the eye, if you want to leave that out and go in with the white, that's up to you, but you can use an ivory in those areas as well because it will stay, you know, you can tell it is very pale, very light, but that's your personal preference. This pencil is so tiny, I need to get myself a new one. You don't have the best grip on a pencil and the best control when it's teeny tiny like this. It's horrendous. But getting a nice covering all over, not forgetting top lip. Put a bit over the nose there, but I will leave a bit of it a bit brighter, I think, possibly. Have I done under the chin? Let's come around here so we're not got our hand in the way. And then neck, don't forget your neck. So you can vaguely see what I've put down. Let me get my duster brush as well. There we go. So next up I'm going to go in with burnt sienna, I think. Let's get those really dark shadows in first. We'll work dark to light now. So burnt sienna 283, and I'm going to go straight in around all the edges of the face, around where we're going to contour. So if you was doing your makeup and you was pulling your contour down there just under your cheekbone, pull that down there. We're going to add some nice some of that red violet into this burnt sienna at some point. I'm hoping it'll turn out nice. Oh, I've got a frog in my throat again. Oh dear. I'm hoping it'll turn out nice, but like I said, I've never used those colours before, so I'm winging it for you. I'm winging it here for you. So as I'm coming more towards the centre of the face, I'm just really light pressure, darker at the edges, and it will all blend together at the end, so don't look at it and think, oh my life, what have you done? What is this hot mess? Because it always looks like a hot mess before you blend it all together. Under the lip, go in with that a bit darker there. and then just ease off the pressure so that you're going lighter and lighter towards the highlighted areas. I think colouring skin is definitely something that comes with confidence. I think everyone, when they first start off colouring skin, is just one pencil. Or mine was. I used to just do the palest peach I could find in the set, and I would just use that one colour, and that would be me done with the skin. I think everybody does that at first because you're scared of going in with the deep colours because they are trickier to blend. When you're first starting out, it is a lot easier to just go in with a peach. But I think I've got that confidence now for the colours I like to use for skin. And then like today, where I'm using slightly different colours, I do get a bit panicky, but not too much. Just tell myself it'll either work out or it don't. If it doesn't, I won't do it again. So let's get up here near the eye. Near the eyebrow. We're still in frame, aren't we? Like I say, it always looks like a hot mess at this stage. A hot, patchy, hot mess. I can't wait to colour this wolf, but at the same time I'm kind of dreading it. I'm wondering whether to pull out my pan pastels for that, for the base, and then go over with the pencils over the top. But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think I've used pan pastels in this book yet to know how they are on the paper. They're okay on most papers, but the Anastasia Ellie Caldereva books, for some reason, pan pastels hate that paper in that book, and so does watercolour. To be honest, not much likes the paper in that book. Gorgeous illustrations, but the paper is a bit strange. Let me bring the book round a little bit here. If I keep turning the book, it's just so I can get a good angle on my colouring. If I don't, it will end up dodgy. And with skin, I just sort of like to build up the layers, build up and build up slowly. It's easier rectified if you think you're making any little mistakes. It's easier to erase light layers. Just get around the top of the head, and then we can move on to the nose, where it's darker on the nose. Let's just try and blend that in a bit. It's a bit scratchy, this pencil today. You can see it putting the little lines into the paper a bit more than it normally would. Don't know why it's doing that. It will smooth out in the end, but it is quite annoying. Right, let's get around these areas. I find that with pencils though, certain ones, certain colours just play up. You'll get one colour what's really, really smooth, and then another, and you think, is this even the same pencil brand? To be fair, I don't normally have problems with the Polychromos. They're normally okay, but this pencil today is not loving life. It's not loving life. Just a good job. I'm going to smooth it out with a nice ivory or beige red at the end. Going on the tip of the nose where it's a bit dark there. Underneath. There we go. And go on to the neck, and we'll do the same for the neck, and then we'll move on to our next colour. So it's quite dark under here. You can imagine there's quite a shadow on the neck because the chin's covering it. Oh, I need to sneeze. No, it's gone back. It's gone away. Nope, came back. I've still got a bit of a cold lingering. And I know it's a cold now and not allergies because my son and one of my daughters started off with a cough as well. So it is a bit of a cold. It's just a niggly, annoying thing that's lingering and not really doing much. Oh, I hope she's gonna leak how I've envisioned her to leak in my head, this lady. There we go. So let's get some of this. Oh, I'm nervous about this. Violet red. Does anybody else use violet red in this game? This is either going to be a really bad idea or a good idea. I'm going to start around the cheek area because if I put it down and find, oh god, that's shocking for all around the edges of the face, then it can be used as a blush instead. So we can disguise it. So let's just, but light layers with this. You want really light layers. Oh, it's quite nice actually. That's the colour I was going for. So if I'm doing a paler skin tone, sometimes I will use the light magenta over the top of the burnt sienna. But I wanted to have a darker, more ethnic skin tone. So that's why I brought in the ivory, but also this colour instead of the light magenta. So we use this one over the top of the burnt sienna instead and hope that it looks nice in the end. Let's see. So I'm going over everywhere I've just been with the burnt sienna, basically. Just very light pressure because you don't want to go in too harshly. And then it looks rather strange. It just deepens up all the darker areas, but it gives it a warmth as well. Gives it a lovely warmth. Now we're still looking at the hot mess stage at the minute. We won't look blended until we get that red beige. Is it? No, beige red colour down. That's a couple more colours yet. I want to pop some cinnamon down first before the beige red and the ivory. So we've got a couple more colours to go yet before it'll start coming together. But don't panic. It will come together. Apologise if my big hand's in the way. I'm gonna get it a bit darker on this side. It's a bit shadowed over here, isn't it? Let's go near the eye. Now I don't know whether to use this same colour under the eye. See this little crease here? I might pop a bit, yeah, pop a bit there, and then I'll use the either a coral or the cinnamon to go around the eye with. Around the rest of the eye. I don't want it to be too purpley, but we do want it to stand out a little bit. Same with the bit at the top. There we go. That will all blend in when we come in with our lighter colours as well. Oh, this frog in my throat is rather annoying. Put a bit more on the end of the nose, I think. She looks like she'd have a little cold nose, a little reddy, purpley cold nose. Even though she's wrapped up warm. Pop a bit under that lip even. I was going to say under the chin, it's under the lip. Just deepen it up a bit around the cheek area because we can afford to. Deepen it up there a little bit, and then onto the neck, same thing. Pop a bit of this colour over where we've been with the deep, what's the colour? Bit sienna. There we go. Now we're going to go in with our cinnamon. So cinnamon 189, and we're going to go over where we've just been again, but this time we're going to bring the cinnamon colour a bit further into the centre. So we're going to go over everywhere we've just been with this colour, but then we're going to bring it closer into that highlight, and we're going to try and soften some of the edges with this. This is where we start softening everything up a little bit. And soften our edges with the paler colours, see. Can go in with a harder pressure around the edges where you put your darker colours if you want to do that, or you can wait until you get the beige red. Let's soften around this eye a little bit. So I'm going to use this cinnamon to bring it out onto the nose now, the nose area. So we've still got that highlight left there. We're going to fill in a bit of this nose area with this cinnamon. Make it a bit pinker down there. Oh yeah, she looks cold. She looks cold. She's not got no gloves on either. Around the eye. So it's just gently softening everything up a little bit. Let's get under that, into that crease. I'm softening up around the nose now, and then with this cinnamon I'm going over all this white area where we've not been over yet. I'm not going over the cheek area with this cinnamon yet because I'm going to bring in that other colour I mentioned at the start of the video, which is giving me anxiety again, but we shall see what it looks like when it's on. You don't know unless you try though, that's the thing, do you? I can stick to the colours that I'm used to and have the same skin tone on every single picture that I do, or I can be a bit adventurous and I can learn how to use different skin colours. Let's soften the edge of this nose. Got to push yourself out your comfort zone sometimes, I think. Let's just get under this eye a little bit like I've done on the other side. Let's soften around the edges a little bit there. And around the eyebrow. The eyebrows are the best thing to colour, aren't they? Who loves doing a good feathered eyebrow with the pencils? I love it. Absolutely love it. Right, now we're going to do that colour that I'm nervous about. So this is Pompeian red, and I thought I would pop a little bit over the cheeks. So I'm going to go in with a light layer to start with. I don't want to go in too dark here. Terrified. It's going to be the blush colour, but I don't normally use this. I normally use a coral for the blush colour, but I thought I really want a face to be warm and red, and because if you're out in the freezing cold, you know that your cheeks do go quite red and stingy. That's alright, isn't it? Bit of nice blush going on up there. We'll bring a bit up onto our eyebrow. And again on this side. That looks quite nice actually. I'm just being very careful with it, just to try not to put too much overkill on there. It's looking alright, I think. Pull a bit up onto the eyebrow again there, just that little area where I went on the other side. Let's just soften that line on this side. There we go. Now I'm going to go in with the Beige Red 132, and we're just going to soften everything even more. So we're going to go over and we're going to really try and burnish and smooth all this out now. Bringing it in further towards the centre as well. I've got a little line on the head that I'm not happy about. See this little line here? I'm wondering if I can erase it. Now, if you do erase, chances are you'll go straight back down to the white of the paper, but given that it's right next to that highlight, that's fine. I can pop my layers back in quite easily, but it is just irritating me, that line there, so I'm just going to try and erase it. Let me get my rubber out properly. I'm just going to try and erase it. There we go. See how it's gone back, right back to the sort of tooth of the paper. So I'll just go back in with my Ivory and then some cinnamon, and then back in with the Beige Red, and it should be fine. Just sometimes you can just get little marks if you're not too careful with your pencil, but it's not too bad. We can fix it. Fix it. Gonna go around the nose now with this colour. Round under the eyebrows. I'm going to leave a little bit of space to go back in with the ivory because I do want that kind of ivory glow around here, so we'll just leave it at that on that side. Let's go around the chin. Again, same with this chin highlight. I'm making it a bit smaller, but I'm still leaving a bit of something there. Oh, got a horrible line there now. Let's try and smooth it out a bit. Let's get on to the neck. So same thing around the neck. Did I put cinnamon around the neck? I think I might have missed the neck, the cinnamon with the neck. Trying to think now. I don't know if I did or not. Well, if I did, you don't miss it. Go into the neck with the cinnamon. I think I might have missed cinnamon out on the neck. It's fine. You can always add some in. Yeah, let's add a bit in. Add a bit of cinnamon around there. Deepen it up a bit. And then I'm going to go in with the ivory. So into the highlighted areas, going with this teeny tiny ivory pencil. And you can see it gives this kind of, this lovely highlight but a sort of glow at the same time. Same where I've just left that little bit out under the eyebrow as well. Let's give that a bit of a glow. On the nose. And neck. Now just where we've gone around the edges, I'm going to go back in with this cinnamon and just put a bit more colour back around the edges. I'm going to deepen up this line on the nose a little bit. I'm back in with the red beige. Around the neck as well, stop forgetting the neck, Kirsty. Go in with the cinnamon. Again, just around the edges of the highlight. Beige red. I really do just layer and layer and layer until I'm satisfied with it, but to be honest with this one, it's not gonna smooth as I would have liked. Normally I can get the skin smoother than this, but it has remained quite textured in places, which I don't mind. I do prefer it when it's a bit smoother, but I don't mind. Just going in on the chin with the ivory again. Those. There we go. I'm just going to use the burnt sienna to just go over that little line a bit. And on the other side, just to highlight that a bit better, and then we'll go into the edge of the eye just to put a bit of shadow there. Use this in the nostrils as well. And then we'll get those eyebrows in, I think. Everything always looks better when it's got eyebrows, let's be honest. So, what colour? I'm looking for either a deep brown or something like the dark sepia that I used yet. Let's go for the dark sepia for the eyebrows. And let's get some nice eyebrows in. It always looks better when they've got eyebrows. So sharp pencil, there's a chance this might snap on me, but it needs to be really sharp to get these brows in. So I like to start at this side and just get the little ones in first, so those sort of little strokes. And then I do like to put the bottom line in, so underneath I like to create this line so it's a bit sharper, and then we've got something to work with. So then I bring the sort of strokes from this line up, and I do try to go over the line out there just to cover it up, so I do end up making my ladies have slightly thicker eyebrows, but that's the way I like to do them. So if I could grow my eyebrows, I'd have them this thick. I was one of them 90s babies where we plucked the life out of our eyebrows and now they won't grow back. Honestly, never been more wounded in all my life. So I've warned my 15-year-old daughter, I said, do not pluck those things. I will take you to the salon to have them properly shaped. Do not pluck them. Yeah, I like to do thick eyebrows on pictures. So really, a bit like that. I love it. And then we'll do the other side. So trying to get it similar, but you know, doesn't always go to plan. So get those initial first lines in, and then draw the line underneath. And then all your lines can be flicked from that bottom line, and then just build up and build up until you've got it all covered and filled in. I'm going to give this a little sharp. I know it's quite sharp already, but I do really need the sharpest point ever for this bit at the front. I'm going to do just a random little line like that there. Try and get this filled in. If you want to bring some browns into the brows as well as the dark sepia, you can do. Sometimes I do that, use 2 different colours on the brows. Let's have a look. I think she's looking quite stylish. She's rocking these brows. Should we do the eyes? We may as well do the eyes, haven't we? What colour eyes should I do with those? Should I do a piercing blue eyes or green eyes? Or even a bit of mystical purple eye? There's too many decisions. Too many decisions to be had. Or like a teal. I'm going to do a like teal eyes. Really magical like teal green eyes, I think. Let's have a look what pencil choices I've got for teals here. Not much. What have we got? Phthalo green. That might look nice with the light. Yeah, light phthalo green and phthalo green. We'll use those. Maybe not teal, but similar. So let's go in on the eyes. Oh, that's popping against a black herb, isn't it? Popping. Popping, popping. And then I use the phthalo green in all the shadowed areas, so it's a bit darker above here, a bit here, the corner. There, then go back in with the lightest colour. And we need a black for the pupil. I'm going to do the corner bits while I'm here, so in the centre of the eyes I'm going to go in with the beige red. Pop a bit of beige red in the corner of the eyes. Black. Let me find my black. Don't want burnt umber. Where's my black gone? If I can't find my black, I'll use the dark sepia that I used on the eyebrows, because it may as well be black, that colour. It's only to do the lash line and the lashes. So yeah, we'll just go in and we'll use the dark sepia. I don't know where I've put my black. I must have misplaced it. But yeah, let's go in. Let me turn you around. Let's go in on the lash line now. And the pupil. So we'll do the pupil first. It always looks dodgy before you put those highlights in when you go in with this colour of black. Like, oh, scary. But we'll do that first, and then I'll get the lash line and lashes in, and then we'll put the highlights in. So I'm just following the line around here. Sometimes I like to do dramatic lashes, sometimes something a bit more delicate. Sometimes I go for delicate and end up with dramatic because I get carried away. So let's just see what happens, shall we? I think you need a sharp point on your pencil when you're doing lashes. I think that's the main thing. Let's just get a bit of an under lash line going on there. Maybe some little. So we've gone for delicate there. Let's see if we can get it matching delicately on the other side. Otherwise we'll be going back making that one dramatic. Let's be careful. So I've got the little lash coming out here. And And then at some point they start turning the other way. It's good to get a different angle on those ones. Pop that little line in there. And then we've got a few little stragglers. There we go, that's quite nice. And then we can pop our little highlights in our eyes and bring them to life. It really does bring them to life when you pop your highlights in. So one there, and then I think there was one about here. And then if you want some extra little dots to make it more magical, you can pop some in. And then lips. Oh, what colour? I think I want quite a neutral kind of lip, or like a slight, not orangey, but that sort of sanguine. Yeah, should we get a sanguine? This is a really nice colour, sanguine. So if we put cinnamon down first, put cinnamon down all over the lip first, and then I'll use the sanguine in the darker areas. I just want to sharpen it. So that's cinnamon first. And then we'll go in with sanguine. We'll line the lip with the sanguine and in darker spots. It's a really nice sort of neutral colour. Darker there. So let's get that cinnamon back in now, back in the centre bits. And then we can pop our highlights in with the gel pen. There we go, beautiful. So, I wish my lips were like that as well. So unfair. It's so unfair. I'm going to put a little dotting on a nose as well, like a little highlight on a nose, just for fun. Yeah, kind of a bit of a highlight there and on the bottom like that. And I'm going to zoom you out so I can see the whole sort of page going on here. So that is it. So all I need to do now is remember what colours I used on the skin for the hand down here. It's got a bit blurry, hasn't it? Let me wipe the camera. Is that a bit better? But there we go. She's looking alright so far. Like I said, the skin didn't look as smooth as I would like. It didn't turn out as smooth. I don't know. Probably the different colours I've been using. Because like I say, I don't normally use those colours. What was it? Red violet. So yeah. But I like it. I think it's going to look really nice when it's done. Like overall, the whole page. So yeah. Pretty chuffed with that. I like her eyes. So please hit that big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye bye.